get to drive? Yeah. What is going on, Cupbangers? Today is a beautiful day again in LA. What a surprise, right? I'm Alejandro, and let's talk about cars. Yo, hit it, Pedro. Boop. Today we're gonna start with our fun on a budget challenge within Let's Talk About Cars, yo. And the first victim of it is the Mustang GT350. Not the R, that's a car above this one. So let's get specific with specifications. Does that make any sense? Let's talk about the specs of the car here. This car has a 5.2 liter V8 engine that produces 526 horsepower and 429 pound-feet of torque. What does that mean? It means it's a beast. It is also a rear-wheel drive car, a manual, as you guys know how much I like manuals. All of those numbers help propel this car from 0 to 60 in just 4.3 seconds. The price range we're looking at for this car, average, is gonna run you $55,000. I'm not gonna run you through the options. We're just gonna look at the car the way we have it right now, and let's go from there. It's so hard to really focus and do this when the thing you're driving sounds so good, by the way. And then you come and power's like, no, you don't. So let's get started. Who doesn't or hasn't ever said, oh, I'd like to have a Mustang? Well, not me. I'm one of those people that has always wanted a Mustang. I got my Challenger thing on already. I got my Viper on already. I haven't got my Mustang on already. Is this gonna be the one? Is the R gonna be the one? I don't know. Let's see what we think. I'm very excited. I've already driven this car quite a bit from the rental place where we got it until here. And it's been nothing but fun. Let me tell you what the highlights, in my opinion, of this car are. And we'll go from there. How about that? Number one would be the noise. That's right. I mean, it's so cliche, but no. Listen, guys, this is a whole different level. It sounds so good. It makes you want to shift, but also not shift so you can high rev the car. I don't know. I'm a sucker for this one. The noise it makes is so beautiful and so specific. It's so different from everything I've ever driven. So, oh, yeah. And also, it has a restrictor on it. So whenever you don't want it to be loud for whatever fucking reason, you can just go normal and listen. It still makes some noise, but it's not crazy. Now, let's get back to the fun mode. The suspension. This is the first time Ford's using magnetic dampers on the car, I believe, or not in a car, but in a Mustang. And the result is really good. You can adjust the suspension and it feels, so you have two modes of adjustment on the suspension, and they're both right here on the steering wheel. So one is normal, which is what I have on right now, and the other one is sport. On sport, it's probably about 50% of what you get on the ACR. The ACR is way stiffer. It's twice as stiff as this one. On normal mode, which is what I'm putting on right now, the car is actually very easy to use. It's a very usable, livable car. It's phenomenal for everyday use. So yeah, the looks. This is obviously based on personal preference, but I do think this is one of the best looking cars in the sector. I think I liked the Mustang for a long time. I stopped liking it for a little bit back in the day, and now I'm back on it. Jesus, it looks so aggressive. The lines in this one specifically scream Mustang and race car, and probably nothing. And race car. That's it. That's all they scream. Let's get to visibility, because visibility is really good. You forget once you start buying those sports cars that not every car has horrendous visibility. This is just a glass cage basically, so I can see everywhere. So I can see everything from my rearview mirror, and my side mirrors are perfect. So visibility is dead on point. Steering adjustability. This is one that I'm a big fan of. This one, the Model X has it too, but this one you can feel it even more than on the Model X. You can adjust your steering feel according to whatever setting you want to leave it on. So you can do comfort, you can do normal, or you can do sport. It's honestly a waste of time to have it in anything else than sport, because it feels really nicely tight. That's what she said. Sorry, I get distracted. To me, it's a waste of time to have your steering feel anywhere else aside from the sport mode. And it gets the job done better than any other mode in here. You don't want it to be too loose. This conversation's not going great. And you don't want it to be normal, because who likes normal? So for me in sport, but I appreciate the fact that they're giving you options now as to even how you want to feel the steering of your car. So kudos to you on that one, Ford. The entertainment system. The entertainment system is actually really good in these cars. It's got a touchscreen that's very responsive and a lot of easy menus to figure out. So the user experience is simple as hell, and your menus are very simple too. The screen responds right away. It's got a quad-core processor, or at least that's what I heard on a test drive. It's really fast. It doesn't lag. It gets you to whatever menu immediately. There's no negatives in here. I haven't used the navigation yet, so I don't know how good that is, but the infotainment system is really good. Very well done. I mean, it doesn't get any more user-friendly than this. I'm actually sad that I don't have anything like that in any other car. It is a manual. How can you not love the manual? But you know what? This is a very special manual. There's something about this whole setup in the car. And mind you, I've driven a Mustang before, but it's not that often where I get to drive a car like this one. So I don't have anything restricting me back here. There's nothing obviously restricting you forward to the sides. It's great. It's short shifting, which makes it extremely good and agile and fun. There's no lag. I mean, I don't know. It makes me feel like a race car driver. There's something so stupid about this transmission that just makes me giggle in the pickle. Not sure what it is though, but it's making me giggle in the pickle, or with the pickle. That's kind of weird. The controls of the car, they have to be another highlight, because even though you see a lot of buttons right in front of you on the steering wheel and right here in the center console, it's not overwhelming at all. Every single button is very well labeled, even though you'd say, oh, Alejandro, of course they are. You'd be surprised of the shit that you see with some companies. This is proper easy. This is whoever was the guy responsible for the user experience here did a hell of a job with the car. So simple. We almost never take into consideration the storage in a car, like, you know, that you're gonna drive hard. This has a lot of storage. Forget about your cup holders. The glove box is huge. Then you have some more storage right here on the sides. Then you have the back seats right there, which are not really seats for any human being to sit on. And then you have your trunk. So storage space, I mean, even right here, oh shit, there's a lot of storage in this car. Very well done for it. I'm sorry if this is just normal for everyone, but again, you don't get a lot of storage in sports cars. And another thing that I really love about this car that I might get some shit for is it's not overwhelmingly fast. Yeah, it'll spin the tires, but it's not overwhelmingly fast like the Challenger. It doesn't have over 700 horsepower, and then every time you step on it, there's wheel spin, and then you don't get to enjoy the drive. This is actually a whole different experience. I enjoy driving slower cars simply because you get to enjoy the power band even more. You get to really feel the car. And another great highlight of this one is the car revs up to 8,250 RPMs. So it's a very high revving engine that you're looking at. I hate short revving engines. This is proper. You can go, 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 go. Oh man, and the more you go, the more you feel the car, the more you enjoy it. So again, great job by Ford doing that. Great job. And the last thing that I like, because it's gimmicky, is my rev limiter, how would you say that, display, which is right here in front of me. It's like a heads-up display, and you can see the color. So whenever you're getting up there on the gear and you have to shift, it'll let you know without you taking your eyes off the road. It's so stupid, but it's so helpful. It's so manageable. God, this is proper, guys. This is proper and so much fun. Now let's get to my not so favorite parts of the car, because there's nothing that I hate about any car. I understand that they're different. So here we go. Number one, the bubblegum clutch. I don't enjoy that the clutch is so soft. I like the stiffness of the one in the Porsche, and I also enjoy stiffness in general. I don't know if that's a gay joke on me, by the way, or not, but yeah, whatever. I'm not on my A game, clearly. The bubble clutch, yeah, it's not a big deal. It's not gonna make me say, oh, I don't want this car, but if I find something better, obviously go with that. It's simple to figure out. All you need to do is give it a little gas as you're getting to the cut. In this one specifically, you need it so that it does the transition smoothly, because once you get to the cutoff, it'll throw it out. It's kind of weird, but super easy to figure out. I mean, you see me driving, I'm not stalling or anything. The next thing is there's a lot of plastic. So this is one of the bigger problems that I'll probably find in these cars. There's a lot of plastic all around. There's none of those fine, rich materials that you find in more expensive cars. That to me is a little bit of a downside. So not my favorite thing. The rearview mirrors, even though you can see well out of them, they have a weird split. And I don't know if it's just this car or every single one. I feel like I'm driving a bus, and I don't like that. It's stupid, but still. You can see everything. I just personally don't think that's the best thing to look at right there. So the sound system itself is not that great. And who's surprised with that? Nobody. It's not, it's not your Bose, Harman Kardon, none of those brands that everyone has in the more expensive cars. Still, it's very decent quality for what I'm paying for. I don't feel like I'd be cheated, but not my favorite compared to the higher end cars. And this is a personal one on this one. The bucket seats. If you can get the bucket seats from Ford, they're 100% worth it. They're so comfortable and they have a lot of cushion. They're Recaro seats and they're amazing. These, just boring seats. These are the wrong seats. You're driving a car that's exciting, that's a manual, that sounds like this. You need those. You 100% need those. So that's just about on this one. I don't know why they put them in every car because the other ones are really comfortable again, but it is what it is. And on the outside, just missing that rear wing that the R has. It's the only thing. It does look great, but if it had that wing, it would add a lot of points because wings are cool now, I think. Someone told me. So in summary, what do I think about this car? I love it. I love it for what it is. I think it's a great, fun canyon cruiser. You're not gonna murder everything and everyone, but I can see how enjoyable to cruise down the canyons would be with this transmission, the suspension, and the noise, obviously. Also, this would be the car that I would have a lot of fun going to school in. Maybe not really get to school and work, but to go there every morning, it'll make my day better. And getting out of school after a shitty day, this would be that. I liked it. I honestly liked it a lot. I'll give it 3.5 absolutelys overall.
Absolutely.
Out of 5, if that makes any sense. And the reason why is right now, because I haven't driven anything else. So I want to get to the other cars and start really making a proper comparison once I get there with the price point and everything. So Cupbangers, what do you think of the Mustang GT350? Do you guys like it? What do you like? What do you don't? And what do you think it's a better alternative? Because hopefully I'll be driving that too. So let me know in the comments down below. I really look forward to your opinion. I'm Alejandro, and I do not approve this message. Thank you so much for watching, guys.